Most people don't fail because they're not talented. They fail because they quit the moment life started requiring sacrifice. And what if I told you failure isn't the problem, but your lack of vision is?
My face, my body, down my face, my body, down my face, my body, yeah, down my face. Shoot them tea at the party, down my face like I'm card, at place like a bar. I do what I want, I ain't sorry, no. That's the hoe, let me borrow her. Call the hoe cheating, they beating her up. That ain't P, I'm gonna let the hoe go. You know that P, I'm gonna fuck me 3 more. I ain't even make that play.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Devil the Alchemist Daily on the Soulful Prosperity Network, where we align wealth for well-being. Today, we're talking about why failure is part of the path, sacrificing to get to the next level, why most people never reach their vision, and the real price of success, and why inner peace is actually the highest level of power. We finished As a Man Thinketh. We're gonna read The Master of Destiny after this, starting tomorrow. But we finished As a Man Thinketh today. I finished that just a couple hours ago. This episode right here, though, is gonna shift your mindset if you're ready. If you're ready to hear it, bro. Let's go ahead and tap into it, bro. Let's tap into our first segment, our first topic: failure, vision, and focus, bro. Let's start here. Bro. Failure is not the end. Failure is just a path. It's most people think failure means stop, give up, but really failure just means adjustment. You need to make an adjustment, and you don't fall off your path. You get shaped by it. Failure isn't life telling you no. It's life asking you, how bad do you really want this shit? Now here's the real problem though. Most people like they have like a don't have a fixed vision. Their mind is like everywhere. They scramble like imagine like your mind just looking at all the BS outside, distractions, all this shit. And one day they want this, the next day they want something else. You know what I'm saying? You can't build anything like that. You have to lock in mentally on one goal and fix your mind on one vision, and everything in your life will start aligning with that. A distracted mind creates a distracted life. Stop letting your thoughts wander everywhere, because wherever your thoughts go, your life will follow. You feel me? Wherever your attention go, energy, wherever your energy goes, bro, literally it starts creating that more in your life, bro. And that's really how it goes, bro. In the book, it was talking about a lot of these things. It was talking about a lot of these things in the book, and it really started hitting me, bro. Like, bro, I need to really focus on what I really need to do. You feel me? I want to actually go to the book, go to this chapter 4. It was talking about that, man. The effect of thought of health and mind, bro. And it was talking about like the body is a servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they deliberately chosen that or automatically expressed it. Like for real, bro. Our body becomes our mind. You feel me? Because our mind controls everything. And another book that talked about this was, we talked about this earlier in the year, was Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. It was talking about the same thing. How like the body becomes the mind, bro. You feel me? Like that shit is facts, bro. You feel me? Like a change of diet, it says in the book, a change of diet will not help a man who will not change his thoughts. When a man makes his thoughts pure, he no longer desires the impure food. You feel me? Facts, bro. Facts. That's a fact, bro. You know what I'm saying? One more quote for the book. I'm quoting this shit out this. As a physically weak man can make himself strong by careful and patient training. Go to the gym and shit. So the man of weak thoughts can make themselves strong by exercising himself in the right thinking patterns. And I think that's a fact, bro. Like you get the same way you can go to the gym and get bigger and get stronger and get, whatever you want to get those results. The same way you can get the results in your life by changing your thoughts and changing the way that you see life and changing the way how you see things. And that's one of the things I've realized, bro. Like the more that I start thinking about being a consecrator, the more shit started aligning with me becoming a consecrator. And now I'm a full-fledged consecrator. I think I'm a consecrator. Like I don't think I'm a consecrator. I know I'm there. Like I'm living this shit every day. I wake up, make content, like the opportunities to make content. I make money from making content. So I think you have to really put your mind towards whatever you want to become, and don't let your mind keep getting distracted, bro. Because you gotta realize thoughts of doubt and fear never accomplish anything and never can. They always lead to failure. Every time that we think about negativity, every time that we think about BS, we in a fearful mind state, our animalistic mind state, but like we can't create nothing but bad shit in that state. It doesn't accomplish shit. You feel me? It doesn't accomplish nothing for us, bro. Like it really doesn't, bro. But the person that has conquered doubt and fear has conquered failure. His every doubt is allied with power, and all difficulties are bravely met with and wisely overcome. His purpose, you know what I'm saying? You have to realize, bro, our thoughts are like the most powerful thing that we have, and we talked about this in the last video, last pod. We was talking about how our thoughts our mind is like a garden. So what we consciously feeding, bro, is like we're gonna be putting that shit back out to the world. It's gonna start. Whatever we feed ourselves, the thoughts that we have is gonna eventually start showing in our external world. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see if a man really talking about what he is, bro, let's go look at his external world, bro. Cause Nick talk all day online, say this and that, but is he really his external world is gonna always speak for truth? Because his external world is just a reflection of his inner world. You feel me? And that's just a fact, man. Let's get into our segment too, bro. Sacrificing, like the price of success, bro. I'm not talking about it's a sacrifice. You know, when you talk about sacrifice, niggas talk about the demonic shit, the Illuminati, and this and that, and sacrificing people, bro. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your habits. You have to sacrifice shit, smoking, drinking, whatever it is that you do. Like me, I struggle with smoking. Like I went 21 days and stop smoking. Now I'm on like 3 or 4 days no smoking, bro. And it should kind of be insane, bro. Like how you have to sacrifice shit to become a better version. Right now, I'm trying to sacrifice things yearly to become the best version of myself. And it's a challenge, bro. I'm not gonna say this shit easy, bro, because you're so used to doing this thing, you're stuck in the pattern, bro. But we have to get real, bro. Everybody wants success, though, but nobody talks about the cost of success. And there is a hidden price to becoming who you say you want to be, and that price is sacrifice. Not sometimes, all the time. If your goals are small, your sacrifices will be small. You feel me? But if your vision is big, you got to give up comfort, distractions, and sometimes even people. I'm not saying you got to go kill that nigga, that type of sacrifice. I'm saying you just got to let people go, let people out of your life. And you can't live the same life and expect a different reality. This is where most people fall off. They want the results without becoming the person required to hold that result. And that's why most people lose success after they get it. You feel me? Because they didn't build the discipline to sustain it. You know how many? Think about this shit. Think about this shit. You think about how many millionaires and they were a millionaire or lottery ticket winners. They become lottery ticket winners and go spend all that money and lose all the fucking money and not able to get that shit back. Or NBA players that get all this money and then they end up broke. You know what I'm saying? NFL players, these different athletes, celebrities, these musicians. It happens all the time in the entertainment industry that we see, even in the just regular life. Business owners, they can get all this success, but they start doing things that didn't get them to that success, or to things that don't sustain that success. You feel me? Just as fast you can receive something, just as quick you can lose that shit. And you gotta realize, bro, let's talk about discipline versus desire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, desire is always gonna feel good, bro, but discipline, it builds everything. You feel me? Desire will start your journey, but discipline will finish it. And the real currency is not money, it's not followers, it's self control. If you can't control your thoughts, you can't control your reality. You feel me? And that's just what it is, bro. Speaking of controlling our reality, let's talk about topic 3: vision, mind, and reality. That's the topic 3 that I had on the board today. Like, you become what you constantly see in your mind. You feel me? Let's dig a little deeper in this shit. Like, not that's not motivation, it's just law. You know what I'm saying? If you constantly see lack, you're gonna constantly create lack. You feel me? If you constantly see fear, if you constantly see not what you want, you're gonna constantly create what you don't want. But if you constantly see success, if you constantly see um um whatever you say you want to become, your dreams, whatever it is, you're gonna start moving towards that shit. You're gonna start creating those things. And your mind is not just thinking, bro. Your mind is just thinking this shit. It's creating. It's creating. Dreams are not fantasies, bro. They are blueprints. The people who change the world, they just refuse to let go of what they see internally. They protect their vision, because everybody's not meant to understand your path. Not everybody's meant to see what you see. Not everybody's meant to create what you create. Not everybody's my bad, Josh. Not everybody's meant to be who you are. You feel me, bro? You gotta start protecting your visions, your dreams, like it's already real, because it literally is. And the key is turn imagination into action. Thought turn your thoughts into beliefs, and then turn your beliefs into action, and then turn your actions into reality. And that's literally the simplest way to break that shit down, bro. It was a good quote in the book. It was talking about this. Uh, you feel me? It was talking about this in the book. I want to go get that, bro. It was talking about like the dreamers are the saviors of the world. As the visible world is sustained by the invisible, so men through all their trials and sins are in sordid vocations are nourished by the beautiful visions of their solitary dreamers. You feel me? Humanity cannot forget its dreamers. It cannot let their ideals fade and die. It lives in them. It knows them as the realities which shall one day see and know. You feel me? It says, he who cherished a beautiful vision, a lofty ideal in his heart will one day realize it. Columbus cherished a vision of another world and he discovered it. I don't want to talk about the Columbus bitch ass though. You know, this old school book. Buddha beheld the vision of a spiritual world of stainless beauty and perfect peace, and he enters into it. You feel me? Cherish your visions, cherish your ideals, cherish the music that stirs in your heart, the beauty that forms in your mind, the loveliness that drapes your purest thoughts. For out of them will grow all delightful conditions, all heavenly environment of these. If you but remain true to them, your world will at last be built. And that's a fact, bro. The greatest achievement is being able to be dreaming still. Like, I think that's powerful right now. Being able to dream right now, be able to still dream, because they kill our dream literally when we go to school. They program us not to dream, not to see outside of ourselves, not to dream. Like literally, most people go to sleep and don't even dream. Like, that's scary to me. I ain't gonna lie. If you don't dream, you kind of scare me a little bit. But you don't lose the ability to use your imagination to dream for something bigger than what you're living right now, bro. Always have the power to dream, bro. But we're gonna get into actually, I think this is the last topic, man. We're gonna get into this last topic, man. All right, let's get into. I got a text, but let's get into this last topic: inner peace and power. The last chapter of As a Man Think of was serenity. You feel me? And this is where most people, they start losing and missing this shit. They miss this part. Inner peace is the highest form of power. Not loud energy, not chaos, but peace. Because a calm mind makes better decisions than a mind that is always in panic. It is always in this crazy stuff. Because a calm mind doesn't panic. It moves with attention. A calm mind's win even in chaos. When everything is falling apart around you. I want to ask you this: when everything is falling apart around you, can you still stay centered? When all the BS, when you just got broken up with it, when you just lost $1,000, lost $10,000, let's talk about some real money, lost 100K or some shit. Can you still go do what you have to do that day, even when everything around you is in chaos? Can you still do what you need to do? That's the real mastery. You feel me? When everything's not perfect, are you still gonna do what you need to do? Are you still gonna make this content when you had a couple bad probably started the AM bad, whatever it is? Can you still make the content that you need to make the money for your family that you need to make? That's the question that you have to ask yourself, because serenity is not weakness. You feel me? It means you're no longer controlled by external situations. When you control your mind, life can control you. When you control your mind, you control your reality. And here's the truth: the energy of peace attracts everything, because when you're not desperate, you become magnetic. You feel me? So I want you to understand this, bro. Your life is not random. It's a reflection of your thoughts, your disciplines, your vision, and your habits and your inner state. Failure is shaping you. Sacrifice is refining you. Vision is guiding you. Peace is grounding you, I guess you could say. It's grounding you in a sense. If you stay locked in, if you stay disciplined, if you protect your mind, there's nothing that you can't become. You feel me? Like, the version of you that you see in your mind is waiting on you to become disciplined enough to meet him. Facts. And that's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like that's just what it is, man. Like that's pretty much what I learned from the book As a Man Thinketh, James Allen. That's what I learned and what I'm gonna be applying, keep applying to my life. You know, a lot of time I think books are supposed to just supposed to just what's the word? It's just supposed to like and awaken something within you. Like even me, when I'm talking to you, when I'm dropping these quotes, I'm just trying to awaken something into you. I don't think I'm a master teacher. I don't think I'm none of this shit. I would never call myself this shit. I'm just another nigga that had some teachers that learned some shit from them. You feel me? And I'm giving this shit back to you, what I'm learning, because I learned a lot from other people. Not somebody commented on my video about Bobby Hemmett. He said how he was 19, 20, and he was watching Bobby Hemmett videos, bro. And like now that the younger generation is going through these lectures and these different things, watching this people. And that's fact, bro. There's nothing new under the sun. So I never say I'm a master teacher. Stop worshiping people. Stop looking for something outside of yourself to worship. You feel me? Like, or to look up to, or this and that. But it's good to look up. You can look up to me. I mean, I'm not gonna say look up to, but don't go research for yourself. Everything that I say, go research for yourself and go experiment for yourself. Because what I say might not work for you, my nigga, it just work for me. I can only speak from my experience. You feel me? And my experience is a deep experience. But let's get into these last topics, bro. Let's get into these last topics, man. Some worldly topics. We're gonna start adding more worldly topics that's going on around the world that kind of align with good energy and something I could talk about, bro. But let's get into the Jaden Ivey. He was talking. He recently just ran on a rant about he's going through a religious psychosis. He's talking about the LBGTQ, whatever LBGTQ community and these different things, and how it's not unrighteousness. It's not righteous. You feel me? And how the NBA is practicing unrighteousness by celebrating Pride Month and all these different things. So let's go ahead and tap into it with Jaden Ivey, man.
That the world can proclaim LGBTQ. Right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month, to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that you man, this man is crazy?
Oh man, yeah. Like that shit was crazy, bro. Like if you read scripture, if you're a Christian, I'm not a Christian, so I don't really, you know what I'm saying, I don't really care about this shit. But I want to say this, like, how do I word this, bro? Like, if you're a Christian, like, and you practice that religion, is that it? I mean, many books say that this shit is unrighteous. You feel me? You feel me? Like, and I think this shit is kind of insane. Like how he can say that shit, he can't say that shit. That's how what they said they canceled him for, or got him off the roster for his LGBTQ comments. That's what you see on a lot of a lot of different pods. I mean, not a lot of different pods, a lot of different platforms, ESPN, all these platforms saying that shit. ESPN like literally clicked this, said LGBTQ comments. He was released for that. And how they protect this unrighteousness. I'm not saying, bro. I'm not the person to say what's righteous and unrighteous. Honestly, I don't go by that doctrine, bro. If you want to be gay, not even. I feel like that's how wrong I say it like that. But if you like what you like, and I'm not the person to tell you you shouldn't like that or this is how you should live. But I'm saying if you follow the doctrine of Christianity, then you're according to the fucking doctrine, nigga, you going to hell, gang. So it's like. And seeing a lot of people on the internet talking about religious psychosis, this and that. A lot of people going through religious psychology. They never studied their religion, but they will fight hand in hand for their religion. You feel me? So a lot of people go through the same thing, and we gotta check on his mental health as well. Like he speaked on Curry and saying like how Curry isn't righteous and just different things. Like a lot of these people aren't nigga who you think you are. They are just people that you watch, bro. And they have PR teams to clean up everything. So you never know who a person. I'm not and Curry, one of my favorite players all time in the NBA. So it's kind of insane though. I don't really have I don't know how to look at it, bro. I gotta see more come out, bro. But Michael Porter Jr. actually said something else about this, bro. I'm finna say something else, but I just have nothing else to say about that. It's like it's deeper. It's not. It's out of my pay range. You feel me? Out of my pay grade right now. Let's watch this shit though. Michael Porter Jr. talking about this same shit, kind of.
It's so annoying though now is these girls love getting on TikTok and doing story time, like MPJ did this, and that's why you gotta kind of like
you gotta have your rotation.
No,
you gotta play the game to protect yourself.
Yeah, you gotta like
protect
yourself. Like if you
I'm trying to find a vid, but this nigga said something like literally. Literally about like kind of in the same reference of that shit. You feel me? Like I think this is it right here, bro. Let's tap into. I'm not trying to snitch on this nigga though.
We had full conversations about where I was coming from, how they view it, why it hurt them, and things like that. And I told them like, yo, in the off season, pull up on me. Let's get on the podcast together. You get to talk about your point of view and like let's have a conversation about it then. And I think like even that, like that right there is a lost art. Someone differing an opinion from someone and being able to sit down and have a conversation about it. It's a lost art.
That's
like,
facts as well. But I'm
trying
to find this shit.
Age, bro. It's the weirdest thing.
This nigga was talking about literally the same shit. Bruh, fuck. Where is it at? Can I fucking find it? Niggas deleted this shit off the internet, bruh. Here it go. It's right here. Niggas literally on the same shit, cuz they get into it. They can try hard as hell to find it, vid, bro. I should have prepared a little bit better there for y'all. But here it goes. Let's go.
Because how can you not define what a man and a woman is? We're in the end times because how can you not define what a man and a woman is? Like it's obvious. Why is right viewed as wrong? Wrong is viewed as right. Why in court? It's supposed to be our most smartest people with most rational minds. Why can they not tell you what
a version of hell? Like we live in a hell, yeah. Like most, I'm not saying that, but he's talking about like if you do what you want to do, bro. I always say that do what you want to do. No, I'm not this saying that it's bad. You shouldn't do none of this shit, bro. But if that's what you want to do, you do it. But I'm saying like we living in a world where we protect the unrighteousness of shit. We protect negative shit. We protect the bullshit. And it's kind of stupid, like, and that's kind of the same conversation that Jaden Ivey was having. He was talking about this, like, this shit's unrighteous, but we claim this shit to be good and different things like that. Like, niggas, that's one thing I do fuck with the. I can't even say this shit. Like, you literally can't say nothing if niggas gonna disagree in this world. But one thing I did agree with what Trump said, like get a man that turn into women shouldn't be in man restroom or being a woman restroom and things like that, or competing against women in sports. That's completely cheating. And the other side, the Democrats and things like that, they fuck with that shit, bro. Like, and like I disagree with shit the Democrats do. I disagree with shit the Republicans do. Like, they just one party. Like, that's how I see it as well. I see this shit the same way. They just talk about Nick Cannon. I can't say that nigga. He just said the same shit with Amber Rose, and they were a little bit. Amber Rose said she fuck with her. Now, I'm not a nigga that fuck with her. I don't fuck with none of this shit. Fuck the whole system, gang. If it's up to me, I'm not gonna say fuck them, but like they do. They just do. Yeah, fuck them. Why the fuck I'm trying to control my tongue and shit? Like, fuck them niggas, gang. Like, niggas don't, bro. It's unrighteous, gang. That shit is evil. Like, even in the black community, we prop up the wrong shit. Like, Waller was talking about that shit today with interviewing Country Wayne. I was watching that today. Had to actually put that in here. He's talking about how the black culture, we want the street culture. Like, even all we just choose the wrong shit to glorify. Let's get into Waller talking about this though.
The streets was the greatest illusion. Now, also, the streets also was a momentary thing. You know, you go there, make a little hustle, try to get something, and go. It wasn't a lifetime thing. We done took that as the black culture, and we took ownership of streets and ignorance like that's our thing. Think about it. Think about the battles that we have online. Think about the shit that we talk about online. Everything revolve around fucking the community up, killing somebody that look like you, selling dope to your homeboy mom. Everything is based around fucking our neighborhood up. And we took full ownership and said, that's ours. The streets belong to us. And we battling in our culture about who's going to college versus who's joining the gang. A motherfucker rather join a gang than join a fraternity where that's going to be a lifelong brotherhood of connections and all type of resources. They think that's goofy shit. I ain't going to, that's goofy shit. But you would join a gang and kill a motherfucker and go spend the rest of your life in jail or get killed about a block that you don't even own no property on? Wake the fuck up. We got to stop taking ownership of all the ignorant shit. That's not a badge of honor. All the streets, that's not a badge of honor. Live your life, take care of your kids, show them a better way. Because if we not showing them that it's a better way to live outside of the way we lived, we fucked up. Think about it, niggas. You got dudes on the internet in their 40s talking about they real niggas and they got kids. So you want your kid to be a real nigga or you want your kid to go to college and be something? So we got to be mindful of the messages we sending out. All this dumb shit is not a flex.
Right.
We're extraordinary people. We done extraordinary things. We come from extraordinary struggle. Tap into the history of us and all the great things we did in this world.
For real, bro. Motherfucking Martin Luther King. God damn it.
I'm just being real, man.
It was real. But that's all. That what is real. Recognizing everybody ain't loyal. Understand that. You feel me? It's real to take care of your kids. It's real to understand that them bills gonna come to first of every motherfucking month. It's real not to go to prison.
No, facts. Like we glorify the wrong shit. Niggas is niggas 50 years old, 40 years old beefing over this shit. Even that Boosie situation, niggas was complaining about who the fuck is in jail and PC and shit. Like, no disrespect to them, bro, but I just think it's bro. And I seen a video of Boosie. I'm saying Boosie because I seen a video of him and T.I. talking to their sons about like having guns in the music video, bro. And like, you don't want your kids to be this shit, but you're setting the wrong what's the word? You're giving them the wrong representation by you doing it. You can't do something and not expect your kids to do that shit. That's why I be like, damn, bro. What you are as a parent is gonna be what your kids, they're gonna look up to this shit. And if your kid's not mentally strong enough, they're gonna want to be that same dumbass shit. You feel me? And not, even though you can not even be doing that shit no more. We see people that don't even do that shit no more. They want to live up to that shit. I seen I think that was little Tony talking about it, like how his dad pushed him away, not being he didn't want his kids and him to be in the streets and this and that, bro. But little Tony seeing his dad do this shit, it made him want to do that shit. You feel me? Want to prove himself to his dad. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how that shit go, bro. Like, we have to be more conscious of what we're propping up in the black community, what we're glorifying these different things. Because what we glorify, bro, our kids are watching this shit. So we have to be more conscious with that shit for sure. Like for sure. Shout out to Walla, Gilly. Country went over a great interview, $1 Million Worth Game, one of the best podcasts out there. Trying to get like them one day. One of the people that actually motivated me to want to start a podcast. So shout out to them, man. Just getting to this last topic though, DDG. I had wrote this down, bro. DDG and Ethiopia, bro. And they like literally exposed like how time is like a man-made construct and how we are living on a Gregorian calendar and how we're 8 years ahead of Ethiopia. Let's get into this video.
What year is it? What year is it in our calendar?
What year is it right now?
Because we use our own calendar.
Oh, I don't know that.
It's 2018.
It's 2018? Yeah.
And we have 13 months.
Do you know what you were doing back in 2018?
Nigga, I ain't had no beard or nothing.
Isn't your song made Devanchi?
Yeah.
2018, right?
So that's 20. So basically, I'm young again. What?
What year is it?
No, that's kind of insane though. Like how in Western society we use a whole different time and how like we got this. I don't know what year we switched. I want to talk about. We're gonna dive into that shit in the next podcast. How all this shit switched, but like this shit insane. They even have 13 months as well. Like this shit crazy. Like are we living on? And you ever heard? I hear a lot of creators say this shit. And spiritual teachers talk about how like, what's the word? how we're out of balance because we're at like the time is not even we're going off the wrong time, and that's causing us to be imbalanced, our energy to be imbalanced. Like, and I think that's facts. Like that's facts. We don't even know. Like we celebrate the new year in January 1st, and how can it be the new year when everything's dead, nothing's growing? The new year was the spring equinox, which was March. March 21? You feel me? Like, this shit literally just happened. March equinox. You know what I'm saying? Representing the new year, March 20th. This shit happened 11 days ago. I didn't even talk about that. Like, we in the new year now, you feel me? When everything's growing, everything's elevating. Spring, you feel me? We in spring. And it's just crazy how you went there. And I think it's good for the art. I mean, these consecrated artists, whoever it is, streamers, to keep going to these Africa, these different places to get more culture. And we get different culture, get to see different cultures. Even the actual speed, the woman telling her that how like the Western media paints this picture of Africa just being broken, all this shit, and like down bad, not having water. But it's parts of Africa. It's parts of Africa that's very wealthy. You know, have a great community. You know what I'm saying, and have great culture and having good things going on. Like when you if we would think about Africa back in the day, you would think of a starving child. These the videos, the ads of they need water and this and that. You feel me? Like that's literally what we would think of when we think of Africa. So I think it's very important for streamers to keep going out there and just keep showing us a different light, man. But it's another episode of Soulful Prosperity. Of the Devil the Alchemist Daily on the Soulful Prosperity Network. We in line with for well-being. Hope y'all take care of yourself. I'm gonna start trying to get these podcasts a little bit longer as well for y'all, man. See y'all guys on the next episode. 444. Like, comment, subscribe. Love y'all guys.